What's up, you guys? Kirsty Snyder here alongside Daniel Comp. We're ready to rock for Teachable Tuesday. It's the 21st of May here at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you are catching the replay from teachabletuesdayreplays.com, please put replay in the comments below. And then as we walk through things tonight, pay full attention. Congrats on being here, taking the time to watch the replay. We appreciate you. We are going to let everyone in now, and we'll get rocking. Thanks for coming on today. All right, everyone join in now. When you guys can hear and see us, please put a 2 in the chat. Let us know what city, state, or what country you're tuning in from. We'd love to hear from you. And then as always, as we love to ask, especially lately, if you started in the funnel team in the last 30 days, in the last, let's even say 60 days, so over 2 months, yesterday, this morning, 2 months ago, drop a 60 in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. We want to acknowledge the fact that you're here, but then we also want to tie down specifically what we're talking about tonight, so you as a brand new person can understand what to expect and why it's important for you to pay attention tonight. Okay. Chicago in the house. What's up? Love it. Let's see. Just adding in a couple more people. And if you guys can make sure you're on mute, I'd appreciate that. That way those on the replay don't have any background noise on accident. Let's see. We got Utah in the house. We have Maryland, New York, Kansas, Missouri, Kansas again. We got Canada.
Zoom,
Love
we have to
it.
do things differently now.
Oh, Ben, I'm going to mute that
Yep.
person.
Mute your mics, guys. Mute your mics, please.
Love that you guys are here. Awesome. We got Tennessee, Colorado. Awesome. Neighbor, what's up? Georgia, Pennsylvania. Good, good. Okay, so if you are brand new over the last couple months, please put a 2 in the chat. Love to acknowledge you. Okay, if you're brand new over the last 60 days, just drop a 2 for me. Kyle and Sherry, Philip, Julie. Who else we got? Kim. Keep it coming in, guys. Marilyn, awesome, good. Okay, so question for all of you people who have started in the last 2 months. If I could write you a check for exactly a month from now, let's say I called you up, June 21st, and I said, hey, Marilyn, you just made this amount. How much would you like to make? And let's open it up to everybody, not just those who started in the last couple months. I want to know exactly why the heck you're here. Like how much in a 30-day time frame would help you out? Let me know. Okay, Philip says 10,000. Megan says 10,000. Shannon 3,000. Leslie 2,000. Awesome. So as you guys have heard me say before, if your boss cannot write you a check for the extra 5,000, Jason, the extra 8,000, Jinkle, the extra 2,500, Libby, to pay for private school, to pay for whatever else, could you and will you tonight start shifting your mindset into the fact that the funnel team will and can do that? Because if your boss is not going to write you the extra check for $2,000 to 2,500 to $7,000 to whatever you have, whatever is on your mind and your heart, if your boss will not do that in a 30-day time frame, could it be awesome for you to accept the responsibility that starting now, starting tonight, you are going to go get it yourself based on the funnel team and what we have for you here? Is that fair to say? Drop the word fair if you got me. All right. And the reason I want to check in on that is because so many of you guys have lofty goals, whether that's $2,000 or that's $2,000 a week, or it's somewhere above and beyond that. You've got to take the concepts of what we teach at Teachable Tuesday every single week, every single time you tune into anything, replay or not, live with us now, and say, am I willing to do what it takes to get to 2,500? How many sales is that? Does my content say that's the type of sale I'm going to attract? Am I at that level myself? All the good psychology moments focused into one, where your belief, what you're saying, what your goal is, matches your behavior, your action. Because your action gives you the result, right? But what did you put in your mind to go get the result? Does it match? You know what I mean? And then we'll dive in. Go ahead.
I want to jump on a comment from Libby real quick. Libby dropped a comment and said, I'm ready to stop making excuses. And I think that's a great thing to admit to, because one of the things that we talk about during the 90-day challenge, and we're kind of going through that right now. We're on day 55, which is crazy. Congratulations to everyone that's been participating in that. And one of the things that we've been doing the last couple of days, and I really do this every day, but last couple of days I've been really honing in on it, is, we go through this checklist every single day for the 90 days. We have a checklist, right? Your short form videos, your, posting on YouTube, one Facebook post going live, all of those things. And when someone doesn't do the work, I go through the accountability almost every single day and I say, okay, who did the short form videos? Who did XYZ? But if you didn't do the work, tell me why. Why didn't you do the work? And then, occasionally some people would comment and say, oh, I didn't do my YouTube video or I didn't do this. I don't care that you didn't do it. I want to know why you didn't do it. But don't tell me it for me. Tell me it for you. You tell yourself, okay, I didn't do it because I didn't get around to it. I didn't have time. I didn't want to put the energy into it, whatever it is. But when you start owning like your excuses, and you guys have heard me say this before, and I say this all the time in the 90 day, how long do you want to let your excuses define you? Because it's easy to reach into your pocket, grab an excuse. We can do it at any time. You guys all know the infamous Jim Rohn line. If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll create an excuse. So it all comes down to, we like to make it simple here, guys, right? You either want it or you don't. You either do the work or you don't. But if you don't do the work, just be honest with yourself. I didn't do it because I was lazy. I didn't do it because I didn't feel like it. I didn't do it because I didn't think there would be a benefit to it, right? Whatever the reason is, just be open and honest with yourself. And once you actually can own that, then you can progress and you can move forward. And the awesome thing is, and shout out to the people that are going through these 90-day challenges, both the mindset challenge and the massive action game plan, is I love it when, we're going through it in the morning and they say, I was tired of giving you excuses. So now I'm doing the work. It's like, love that. Love that. So you just got to own it, guys. You just got to own your stuff. And once you do, and once you're 100% transparent and honest with yourself, you can move forward and go kick ass and take names.
Yep. Yep. You got it. Cool. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. If you are on the replay, put replay below this YouTube video if you're on our playlist, and then be intentionally present as we walk through things tonight. Now, the things we're going to discuss are going to encompass 3 main objectives and 3 main things that are working right now on the funnel team: the best, the fastest, the strongest. Okay. If you are in proximity to these 3 things that we discussed tonight, if you start doing them and applying them into your daily disciplines, into your daily routine for selling the digital membership, for learning and earning through the funnel team on how to sell that digital membership, for you being able to take advantage of what's in front of you, as I always say, you're going to be off to the races a lot sooner than you probably can even anticipate. But if you're not intentionally in proximity for these 3 concepts, these 3 hubs, I guess you could say, of what we're going to discuss tonight, if you're, throwing mud at the wall, hoping that something sticks and you're totally not focused on what's working, what's the most and fastest producing right now, then you're not going to be the faster type of producer, right? So many of you guys commented saying, I want to make anywhere between 2,500 to say 10 or 12 grand. So I want you to match what you said tonight with what it is you learn now with us and what you go do throughout this next week. Okay. If that's a deal, put the word deal. Bert, oh my gosh, you're telepathic. Deal. You already commented that, slurs. All right, Daniel, dive in.
All right. So here's a cool thing, guys. You guys know, obviously, especially those have been with us for quite some time. You guys know that we put out a lot of content. We give you guys a lot of different folders, a lot of different worksheets, a lot of different, whether it be Mindset Monday, Teachable Tuesday, Focus Friday, anytime we have a folder, new training, content, videos to clone, any of that sort of stuff. I'll just be straight up honest with you guys. Like, we kind of have that crap all over the place. You know what I mean? And that's like, some are in folders under Teachable Tuesday, some are over here, some are in our team training site. And it's sometimes we just kind of like, man, we really got stuff all over the place. So one of the things that we wanted to roll out for you guys is, first, this started out with, we're going to give you guys some new testimonials. You guys noticed that in the last week, we put a testimonial thread in our Facebook group. I think Kirsty posted whatever the photo says. It's like results, post your results here. And we wanted everybody posting their results so we could take screenshots and we could go make you guys some grab and go videos. Well, guess what? We have that for you. We have some grab and go videos that you guys can use. And then we started to expand on that. And then we're like, well, hey, what about this? And then we're like, well, what about this? And what if we put this here? And what if we just put a whole new training thing together? And that's what we landed on tonight. So, oh, I was going to share my screen. You're sharing your screen? Okay. Are you muted? Yeah, you're muted. Okay. All right. So,
I'm trying to unmute and I couldn't get the bar.
oh yeah, yeah.
I'm sharing
So,
my screen so that you guys can see what Daniel's referencing. About a
yep.
week ago, we put this right here. It's in the pinned announcements or featured, okay, the top of the Facebook group. We want to be able to feature you. We want you on what we're about to launch to you tonight inside of a folder that's convenient, quick, and easy. And if you want to participate on this thread, definitely do so. It's just right there, smack dab in your face. You go to
Hmm.
the Facebook group. It's this one right here, right next to where you would start if you're brand new to the group, right? So use that. Use the examples of what it is. It's not just about how much money you've made or how many sales or anything like that. It's whatever has helped you inside of this business. Now, I'll be honest, because it's screenshots, and you'll discover this here in just a moment, because it's screenshots, if you want to be featured, it's much easier for you to be featured and have a new eyeball, a new follower see exactly. Okay, Leslie had this result. Okay, David had this result. If you have like 7 paragraphs, that's harder to include on a screenshot on a grab and go piece of content that we can create for you. So if you want to be featured, just make it like short, sweet, punchy. Does that make sense? Let me know.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah, and any results too, guys. Don't feel like you have to make $100 or you have to make $1,000 or you have to be making a full-time income. Like a result is a result. Like if you've never done a home-based business before, you've never generated a lead. Hey, I just started with the funnel team and I generated my first lead online ever. This is amazing. Like that is a phenomenal testimonial. Like how many people that had a home-based business ever can say that they actually generated a lead? Um, Anything is a result, and keep it at that too. Just a little super quick house cleaning. If you're gonna go, you know, post something in there, it's got to be positive and it has to be some type of positive result. Please do not use that thread as I'm not making any sales, because that's not helping you. That's not helping the person that reads it. And we're just going to delete your comment. So um, make sure you keep it clean. Okay. That's all. All right. So now I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to head on over to our team site. And speaking of what I mentioned before, guys, is we were looking to put everything in one specific location. So all of your videos, okay, all of your content we're going to now have at one spot. So all of the videos for your webinars, testimonial based content, webinar based content, faceless videos, grab and go videos, all of those things are now going to be in one singular spot. And the word just kind of came to us and it's now called the Vault. I mean, that just kind of makes sense, right? It just makes sense. And check this out. You guys can also bookmark this if you don't happen to have it handy and you want to access it at any time. You can go to tftvault.com. That is pretty awesome, guys. That is pretty awesome. So the vault is actually located inside of the Fast Start Guide Part 2. So you go short form video formula. Right after that, you guys will see here it says the vault. There's a quick overview video here. It's pretty basic, pretty straightforward. And then once you guys access the vault, you're going to come here. It's going to open this up. And this is going to, the easiest way to put this, guys, is this is going to spider web out from here. And there's going to be folders within folders, sometimes within folders. But it's all going to start with really 3 basic concepts, okay? So all your video content, meaning any of your faceless content, any of your grab and go videos that you just need to grab and go and you don't need to do any editing to, those are going to be down here in your all video content. We even have some documents that go and assist with the grab and go faceless stuff. Because if you go into the faceless stuff and you watch some of these videos, in the video, it says, see the caption below. Well, that stuff is right here, faceless captions. That's right there. Okay. Also, all of your faceless copy, any of the words that you want to put on the screen, all that stuff is in here. And of course, like we really just kind of put this together over the last couple of days for you guys. We're very much going to be expanding this because we have, trust me, guys, over the last 3 years as the funnel team, we have content all over the place. We're going to be gathering that. We just didn't have enough time in the last 2 days to gather all of that and start putting that down in here. but we're going to be doing that over really like the next couple of weeks. And we're going to be adding to these folders. And like I said, there's going to be folders within folders. You can kind of go down the rabbit hole. And like I said, all of this is going to kind of spider web out from those beginnings. So, but as an example, if you're here, we even put some videos in here. So speaking of faceless videos, right? These are grab and go. These are ready to use. You guys can just grab those. But a lot of times you guys see like all of these background videos, right? Over here, unedited faceless videos. We even gave you guys a whole bunch of videos that don't have any text. They don't have any music. They don't have any words, nothing on them. These are just regular faceless videos that you guys could just grab and start using. Okay. So you guys can put those in there for you guys. We also have the fast start guide videos in here. We have non-talking and talking fast start guide videos in here. And like I said, we're going to be adding to this. Okay. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Then the next folder over is our testimonials. Okay. So you go in here, and once you go in here, you're going to see several different folders. Again, probably going to be adding more. I say editing? Yeah, I did. We're going to be adding more. Okay. So first thing, and I'm going to start from the right-hand side. These are where we have all our unedited testimonials. And we're going to highlight some of these today, guys, by the way. So these are testimonials. You guys can, and the reason why we put all the unedited ones in here, if you guys want to take these, you guys want to chop these up, you want to put them into CapCut, you guys want to make your own versions of those testimonials, you can. They're all right there. We also have some edited testimonials in here where I went ahead and edited these, okay? Meaning you guys can open one of these up, and I'm going to keep this on mute, but you guys will be able to see it. So this is a completely edited with caption testimonial that you guys could literally just grab and use. This is ready for you to use. You could put your link on it. You could put a call to action on it. DM me for more, drop an emoji in the comments, go to this link, whatever you want. But you guys have these. They're all edited, spliced together, and ready for you guys to use. Okay, so simple and easy. And there's a
Hey,
couple
Daniel.
like,
Oh, go
no,
ahead. I was
like,
gonna say if you want to use Catherine's as an example of someone talking at the beginning, then it goes into testimonials, and then she does her own CTA talking. That could
yep.
be good. It's just for you guys to clone, though. Don't use Catherine's. Do it yourself. So it's Margaret speaking at the beginning or Sim speaking at the beginning instead of Catherine. Let me know if
Yeah,
that makes sense, guys.
give me 2 secs. I'm actually going to see if
Yeah,
I can load that into Zoom so you guys can really hear it well.
sure. Yep.
Um, so as you guys will see here, like this one says no captions. Like, cause I know I use a certain style of caption on my video. So I did the same video with no caption. So if you guys want to add your own, you can do that. Some of them will have captions in there. So again, those are edited. Those are ready to rock. I'm going to swing back to that video in a second. We also have screenshots. Remember in the Facebook group, guys, we referenced, where you guys can go post your results. We have those screenshots in here. So again, some of those faceless videos, if you guys want to go and take some of these videos right here, and you guys want to put these screenshots over your videos, these are right here, ready for you guys to use, and these are right out of our Facebook group. So those are there and ready for you guys to use. Testimonials go a long, long, long way, guys. I actually posted that testimonial video earlier today. I literally had somebody watch it. They sent me a private message. They said, "Hey, I just saw one of your videos. It was you and some other people on it. Can I have more information?" I said, "Sure. Here's my link." I said, "Cool." I sent them my link. They watched the overview video. It was the webinar replay. Hello. They watched that and they said, "Okay, I'm ready to get started and activate all the extra bonuses." I was like, "Holla." So guys, this stuff works. Okay. So
Real
there you go.
quick too, for the screenshots, there's what, a dozen in there or something, but there are more comments than just those dozen. So if you get resourceful and you go to that Facebook post where it says results alert, you can take your own screenshots. You can put them in, a collage. I mean, however you want to do it, you can do it yourself too. If we
Mhm.
add to this, that's fine, but there are more screenshots in that post than what we have right here.
Yep. Simple stuff. Simple stuff. Judging by the comments, you guys are liking what we're putting together for you here. Pretty straightforward, guys. I think there's another one. Did I put that one in here? I got to add one in here because I did a faceless video that I have to put. Oh, grab and go testimonials. This is what we're going to throw in here. Okay, so check this out. Here's again just another one. This is a grab and go testimonial here. Actually, no, that's not the right one. Sorry. This one. This is using some of the screenshots right here. So you guys can see this. And this is, an example. This is a grab and go. You guys can literally just use this as is, or it can kind of give you guys the idea of what we did. Okay, so taking those screenshots, putting them right on the screen, putting some text on screen, throwing a little music to it. You guys can just go clone and copy and do something exactly like this, using any of the unedited kind of video background or faceless videos, just like that. So pretty cool. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to pull up Catherine's video because she really, really, really slammed it down. So I'm going to see if I can pull up that video like I did before. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to see if I can pull this up. Let me see if this works. It's in there as a MOV. Kirsty, can you see that video?
Yep.
Okay. So hopefully you guys can hear this. When I play it, Kirsty, just give me a thumbs up if you can hear it.
Okay.
I have literally found the golden ticket to making money online without having to purchase a course or download ebooks and not have to freaking pay a guru thousands of dollars just to learn how to make money online. And the crazy thing is I'm not the only one doing it.
Since joining with the funnel team, I get to secure myself multiple sales each and every week and earn myself weekly paychecks every single Friday like clockwork.
I've made $820 today, and it's barely 11:30 my time. If you are serious about having an at-home business that pays you really well, start right now with the funnel team.
Work full-time right here from home, making 5 figures per month, all because of this team and system.
Because of the funnel team's free training, I was able to jump right in and start making weekly paychecks.
I was able to acquire over $400 worth of sales, all while at my 9-to-5 job as a 3rd grade teacher.
Funnel team system is a very easy system to follow, and you only have 1 to 2 hours a day to do. People are making full-time income with this.
The fact that I get to do this for moms who are just like me is worth more than any money that I could ever make.
I was able to generate 30 sales within my first 2 weeks. You're looking for a community that has your back, the funnel team is the place to be.
Assuming you're finally ready to have success online, just like all the people that you saw that I work directly with on a day-to-day basis, go right here, right now to see my walkthrough, and then text me directly when you're ready to get started.
Boom.
Now, obviously,
my friends.
you guys would not want to, you wouldn't necessarily want to post Catherine, right? You want it to be where it's coming from you, but the concept remains the same. You can have that chunk of, 6, 7 testimonials, and you could be at the beginning saying, hey, I found a way to make money online without purchasing a course, without doing this. You're mimicking what Catherine is saying. And then at the end, you're giving your own call to action. So example, when Catherine says, go here now to see my walkthrough, that would be workwithmarilyn.com or whatever your domain. You just edit in your own link as the CTA, or say, hey, drop me a comment if you want to learn more. Hey, drop me a comment if you want to be the next success story, like who you just saw, or go here, text me, whatever the CTA. It's just for you to mimic. But Catherine and Shannon Carlson, shout out to both of them. Inside of that folder, they have that exact example, but it's for you to mimic yourself, like you speaking at the beginning and the end, not you taking theirs and being like, who the heck is Catherine? And it's, Sherry's page instead or something. So does that make sense, guys?
Are we there? So yeah, guys, plain and simple, like Catherine slammed that down. And if I were you, I know I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. I would literally watch what she said before the testimonials. I would literally go make the same exact thing, go say exactly what she said. And then after, literally just clone and copy exactly what she did and just make your own version of that. And then, if you want to throw a link, just like Kirsty said, whatever your call to action is, killed it. Absolutely killed it. Awesome job.
Yep. You got it.
So that's your testimonial section right there, guys. So that is obviously part of the vault right there. Okay. Then once you back out, now the last tab that we have, guys, is called webinars. Okay. So right now, what do we know? What do we know for sure is that we've talked about this on multiple trainings, Mindset Mondays, Focus Fridays. Obviously, we are evolving as we go into 2024. And one thing that we've found from data tells us that webinars are converting sales more than anything else, right? So we have a webinar folder, and in here is basically your webinar vault. First off, you have the doc here. This is from our original, when we started doing the live webinars, okay? We gave you guys all of the information here. We gave you guys the links, certain videos to clone and mimic, all that other stuff, the lines, the verbiage, the phrases to use. All of that is in here on that document. And then, of course, you have multiple different styles of grab and go content here. So anything that says faceless, you guys might be able to, go ahead and use that for your own grab and go. Or you can just use it and clone it and make your own version of it, right? So you have all before the webinar. So you have non-speaking before, speaking beforehand. We also have some post examples that you guys can use. Again, we're going to be adding to these. We're just putting all this together, but there's going to be a lot more content going in here. Okay. So here's examples of what you guys can say pre-webinar, what you guys can say, just change some of the wording around. You guys can use that post-webinar. Okay. And lots and lots and lots of content before. So if you're looking for faceless content that you guys can use before a webinar to get people registered for that, you have a lot of that information here. If it's after the webinar and you want looking for faceless content that you just want to grab and go and use, you have all of that here. Okay. So anywhere it says faceless, that's essentially grab and go, meaning no editing required. You could literally just grab it, use it your own. Okay. So not much for editing there, or no editing. And then the speaking ones, before speaking, after speaking, those are ones that you would just clone and make your own versions of. Okay. So there you go. So does that make sense, guys? Comment makes sense if that makes sense. But that is your webinar vault, getting you guys ready. Just please, I would really, 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 really encourage you guys to get familiar, get comfortable with the webinar style content. Okay. Lots of make sense comments coming in. Good. Really get familiar with that, guys, because webinars are closing sales in a major, major way right now. And I don't have all the names in front of me. Shout out to, obviously Kirsty, Catherine, Lisa, Megan, Abby, Carl. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Philip. I'm just trying to think. There's so many people that I'm seeing on a weekly basis that are getting significant results from these webinars. So it's a little bit, if we were to look back even 6 months ago, like what we did back in 2023 is kind of what we're doing now, but much different from what we're doing now. So speaking out of both sides of my mouth, but like we've very much evolved, and we've found a way that closes sales really, really well. Like it's undeniable proof, guys. Every single time we do a webinar, whether it be on Monday or Thursday for the team, every single time we close sales. So the number one thing that you can do, then you can focus on, is getting good at inviting people to these webinars and getting good at doing all the activities in and around these webinars. So inviting people to, really studying this document, getting familiar with that document. That document walks you through how to get people to the webinar. Once they're on the webinar, how to interact with them. Once the webinar's over, what to say to them, when to say it, how to say it. So please get yourself familiar with that information. Okay. So yeah, again, shout out to Megan. Megan landed a gain sale literally right after the webinar closed on Monday night, because Megan was working the process. She got a lead to the webinar. That lead went through, came in as a gain. Megan made $100. And if you think about, like, I want you guys to think about this for a second here. And I shared this with you guys on the 90-day challenge. I want you to think about how simple our funnel team process actually is. And I know there's a lot of training. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of content, verbiage, language, documents to read, all of that stuff. I get it. But when you whittle it all down to what's the actual work? How simple is the work that we actually do? Your job your income producing activity is literally to invite people to webinars and then close the sale. That's it. That's all you do. That's literally all you got to do. Get good at inviting people to our webinars. We do all the work. We present all the information. You guys don't have to do any of that stuff, right? And then you close the sale. Like, you invite people to webinars, close the sale. Like, that's what you do. I don't know if there's any other business out there that can make it as simple as that. So we're going to do all the presenting and telling for you. We've created all the funnels for you. We do all the email marketing for you. We have all the content for you. We have all the training for you. We have the app for you. We have everything you need. Your goal is literally to invite people to a webinar and follow up. Does that sound pretty simple? Do you guys think you could handle that? Inviting people to webinars and then following up? Like, Kirsty, I don't know. Like, I mean, I think, when I look back at everything that we've done over, the last 3 years, I think we got it pretty simple at this point.
We have it even more simple, and it's because we were in the process, as we've always been, at looking at patterns. What's the pattern that's reaping the most success? What's the common denominator that's giving the most result? And yes, short form video into a funnel is always going to be the key. The difference is now the funnel that the person lands on is in enough detail that they have a completely informed decision to make. So when they hit the button to enroll and they land on your link, they know exactly what to expect on the following page. They know exactly what level they'd want to choose. They know exactly what they're going to get because we show them all of that in real time. So if you're not clued in to why we're doing webinars, well, let this be your aha moment. Webinars are the most fast and best producing, income producing activity that we could possibly be doing right now. Now, this time last year, we had a May Blitz and we were Psycho Town with things like YouTube and all the other things and whatever. And that's awesome. And YouTube and Facebook groups and all the things, those things still work. But what's the most effective right now and what the common denominator is screaming is webinars when taught live and when you're focused on the replay and you follow the formulas for getting people on a replay and then you ask for the sale. How can I help you get started? What level are you enrolling at? When are you purchasing? Are you ready to partner? Things like that. The worst they could say is, this is so stupid. I don't want to spend money on it, right? You got to ask for the sale. All you need to do is follow up. And how you get good at that is by doing it. How you get good at that is by following the formula. How to get Billy Bob and Helga to that webinar, what to say, how to say it, how to make sure that they're there, they're attentive, they're paying attention. And then right after, how to follow up and do it effectively. Now, Daniel asks this all the time on his Thursday webinars. Do you want to make more or do you want to make less? And I'll ask you guys right now, do you want to make more within the funnel team or do you want to make less? Which one? Because if you guys are answering more, that means that you've got to be following the formula for getting people to the webinar, MondayEveningCall.com for Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern with me. Me being able to do the selling and telling for you so that, yes, you can be like Megan Allsip and get a gain sale, boom, minutes after the webinar ends. But Megan didn't just strike gold. She followed the formula for getting the person there, for interacting with them, for following up and asking specific questions that give her the result she was after. If you're just inviting and being spammy Kathy, there's no way to track who's there because they found you. You're not going to get the sale. You wouldn't be able to have someone go higher when they had the information. Oh, I'm going to start at the starter level. Well, after a webinar, people are going higher because it's all explained. It's in what I say all the time, confidence and clarity. They have the confidence moving forward because we squash any of the limitations they think about or they're worried about on the webinar live. Okay, so we've got MondayEveningCall.com every single Monday with me at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then we have ThursdayMorningCall.com for you to register and yes, get your leads there, not just you. You're already involved. It's more important to have leads there, right? Thursday morning call, 10 a.m. Eastern with Daniel. And those are always already automatically swapped out for you as soon as the replay is available. So for example, Thursday morning, when Daniel does that this week, here in 2 days, that replay will automatically be updated with the applicable video without you having to do anything at all. We just start manually putting it together automatically for you so that your, work with simonThursday.com, whatever, as soon as that domain is hit by Billy Bob, it's the applicable video, the timely video from Thursday or from Monday, depending which funnel you're using, or use both. Okay. Does that make sense? I know that's a lot, but I hope you can understand the patterns that we're trying to discover alongside you guys, and then narrow down the common denominators so that you can what? As you just said, make more. I don't want you making less. I want you making more. Now recall the number that you said at the beginning. You want to make anywhere between 2,500 to, 6, 7, 8 grand over the next 30 days. Are you getting butts in seats? Are you having a person come to the webinar on Monday and then you're following up? You're asking the question. You are there to help them. Or are you just like, someone registered for my event and, I had one person there, but they hop off 20 minutes in because you didn't actually follow the formula. Does that make sense? Is that fair to say? Because I can guarantee you someone like Megan Allsip, who got a gain sale minutes after the webinar ended last night, that didn't happen based on luck, guys. That happened based on design. She was following the exact formula, the exact recipe to succeed on a webinar, right? Shannon Carlson's another one I'll shout out right now. She said last night that the person was going to enroll at like the bottom couple levels. Then after the webinar, he said, I'm going to go higher. I'm going to go higher. I'm going to enroll on Friday when I get paid, and I'm going to choose one of the top levels. That happened based on design, guys. Shannon was asking the right questions. She was there in proximity for following up and having someone see the value based on her following the formula. So you got to ask yourself, are you following the formula, or are you just like, oh yeah, Monday call, I'll be there. We don't care if you're there. We care if your leads are there. You're already involved with the business. We could pitch you all day long. You might decide to upgrade because of something you hear, and that's exciting, but that's not the point. The point is to get new eyeballs on a webinar so we can do the heavy lifting for you, and you can just lock in a sale easily. Does that make sense? Any thoughts on that, Daniel?
If Catherine's willing, it looks like she's cooking there, but if she can, see, she's probably like, damn it, he called me out. If she can, I want to just shout her out for a minute, because I know that like about 3 weeks ago, she was using the all-in-one funnel and, doing the standard stuff that we've been used to for years with the funnel team, just driving, short form video to funnel, short form video to funnel, and doing that. And she was still getting sales. She makes great content. She has a lot of followers. She's doing awesome. And then it was kind of like when she switched over to doing webinars and using the webinar funnel, it was kind of like a switch went off, and we just saw her sales just kind of go whoop like that. So, Catherine, if you could kind of just chime in on just, because you've been ultimately like a student of this process and following that formula, getting people to the webinars, following up and using that. What have you seen in the last 3 weeks since, really switching over?
Really, to point it out, I mean, explosive growth. Really, like I felt like I was stagnant for so long. Like, I mean, I've talked to you, Kirsty, and I felt like I was just working so hard and getting, little here and there. And now it's just like sale after sale after sale after sale. And I'm not even doing anything. I mean, following the formula, but it's so much easier, simpler, because as Kirsty mentioned, the webinars are designed in a way to, of course, do all the selling and telling for you, but it's to bring clarity and allow someone to have that confidence. Like at the end of the webinar, I'm ready to get started now. And even maximizing the replays, like it's not just the live, like this continues on. And I literally am closing one sale after the call and then sending out the webinar replay again to somebody else after this call. So bottom line, it's explosive, and it's something that each and every single one of you should be implementing. Like if you're not, you are leaving your sales on the table. You're just saying, I don't want it, because it's done for you. It's done for you. So that's really all I got to say.
Awesome.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, to just show how incredible they are in, like, you know, growing your business, like, I'm going to be hosting them as well, like alongside Kirsty, Daniel, like I will be hosting them as well. And that's something that I really look forward to because it works.
Mhm.
Because it works.
Mhm.
It's as simple as that.
Yep. Amen.
And quick question, Catherine. Would you say that probably 90+% of your sales come from post webinar, not during live on the webinar? It's just from sharing the webinar replay and then following up?
Yeah, absolutely. I would
Yep.
say, yeah, about 10% there live and still closing sales right after, but maximizing that replay, man, it's gold.
Yep. Awesome.
So don't think that like, oh, it's over. Like they're not going to want to watch the replay. Yes, they do.
Mhm.
Yes, they do. And you have, again, everything that you need to follow the formula on how to, you know, connect with leads post webinar. Like the formula is spot on for closing sales. It's
Mhm.
exclusive. You know, there's certain things that you use to leverage the replays.
Yep. Yep. Notice that she said you follow the formula.
Yeah, over and over and
You
over.
follow the
again.
recipe.
I'm like, I can do this all day, but hold on, don't forget to follow the formula. Because if you guys are just throwing mud at the wall, it's not gonna work. It's not
Right.
gonna work.
Right.
Have things in place for you for a reason. I know that sometimes it's like, oh my God, this is so much stuff, but you need to like flip it around and be grateful that we are here for you multiple times a week for anything that you need. We have all of this content for you guys to be able to use as leverage. When myself, Kirsty got started about 3 years ago as well, we didn't have nothing. We did not have anything. We had to figure it out. And Daniel was like our guy to help us through this. But you have an app. You have so much content to help you through the process to get those sales every single day. You don't need to be a pro. You just need to follow the formula of what works.
Yep. But
Yep.
seriously, a mic drop. You don't need to be a pro. You need to follow the formula of what works. The end.
Yep.
Thanks for coming on.
Yep.
That's awesome. Thank you,
Yep.
Catherine. That's really good.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. Lori said, Catherine all on a roll. Just call her butter because she's on a roll.
Hello,
Boom.
butter.
Anyway,
But
that was
but
my
let
joke
me
of the
just
night.
let
I'll
me
be
just
here all week. Remember to tip your waitress.
yeah. She'll
But
be
seriously,
here all
guys,
week.
like, yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's obviously we put all this information together for you guys here. It's called the Vault. It's right at your fingertips. You guys have this in the app as well. And if you guys need this, obviously you guys go right here to Faster Guide Part 2, and you guys can access the Vault and go check that out. And again, we're going to be adding to this. You might even see some more folders. Right now it's 3. Hopefully we'll try to keep it as simple and finite as possible, but everything will spider out from there. All video content, testimonials, and webinars. The 3 things that we're using on a daily consistent basis. So it's right there at the forefront for you guys to use and see and have access to at any time. And if for whatever reason, if you're like, oh, what folder was that? Where was that in the app? I can't remember. TFTvault.com. Write that down. Make a note. TFTvault.com. Boom, right into the folder. You guys can access that at any time. So that's really all I got. Kirsty, in case you got anything else, let her rip.
I just want to do a few tie downs for you guys so that it's completely clear and completely confident for you. Okay. You're going to use TFT Vault for the 3 main hubs of what's working right now. Your testimonials or social proof. It's not just you succeeding. It's not just about you and what you've done or that you're stepping into. It's about what others have done so that there's social proof and there's actual evidence for multiple people doing what it is your viewers, your followers want to see. Okay. So that's the first thing. The social proof is key. On top of that, the social proof leads into you maximizing and using webinars live, getting butts and seats there, and you being able to absolutely explode with the replay. The reason those things are important is because when a person is taught live, when they're cared for, when it's personal to them, there's more trust, there's more rapport, and there's genuine clarity for you standing out in the side hustle industry. Instead of being fed to the wolves, you're here for a reason. And now it's about you actually expressing that reason and having others take action because they actually feel cared for. Okay. They feel like, oh, I don't just teach 3 times a week, but like literally, here's proof of how we actually teach you 3 times a week. Okay. Us doing the heavy lifting for you, you being able to be featured, you branching up into more authority position because you're featured inside of that results post. We're now using the faceless grab and go content and we have your name on there. You then using your own testimonial, cloning what's working, using other people. It's just going to make more people attend the webinar and it's going to make them want the replay as if it's exclusive, as if you have limited spots because you do. If you knew that you were going to land 20 sales this week, could you manage 20 sales right now? Probably not for some of you guys, right? So put that in your content. Say you have 7 spots because then you know you can maximize time with 7 people and be personal to them. It's not just a marketing tactic. Oh, I have limited availability. No, really, you do. Because there is a limitation to the amount of time that you could spend with a person and give them that genuine connection, right? So use that. Have it be true. Have it be genuine for yourself. Okay. Those tie downs, I hope you guys are understanding. Okay. We have the tftvault.com so that it's clear, it's concise, it's in one location. It's easy for you to grab and go use content. Of course, we're going to be adding to it, but those are the 3 hubs. Those are the 3 hubs that I want you to understand, that I want you to use. And then they stem or branch out into, okay, faceless, unedited for you to use, for you to clone, things like that. And of course, over the next week or so, we'll be adding to it. We're going to keep it as, simple as possible, but understand that is your main hub for anything that you want. For what content do I post? Why is it important? How do I get more eyeballs? How do I attract more leads and sales? How do I gain a following who actually wants to hear from me? It's going to be from tftvault.com. Make sense? Let me know. Any thoughts on that, Daniel, before we wrap up?
No, that's essentially it. Just, going forward, it's going to be easy to access any additional trainings that we do. Teachable Tuesdays down the road, Mindset Mondays down the road. Anytime we come up with new content flows, ideas, whatever it is, it's all going to flow through the vault. So you guys are going to know that, it's going to be easy to access this stuff. You're not going to be like, like a few weeks ago, they did a Teachable Tuesday and I can't remember which one it was, but they had this thing. Like now it's all going to be done through that one centralized location. So it's going to be easy. So that's what we tried to accomplish here with you guys today.
Yep. Any questions that we can answer for you now about what we discussed tonight? If so, drop them in the chat for me. Please don't take yourself off mute and ask. Just drop it in the chat for anything that we talked about tonight. Any piece of clarity that you need, ask it now. If not, we will wrap up. And of course, you can see this on teachabletuesdayreplays.com here within the next 30 or 40 minutes. Okay. We'll just wait here for a couple moments if there are any questions. A question that I do know that some people out there do have, and just to point some clarity, if one of our biggest common denominators and biggest patterns for success and momentum and explosive growth, as Catherine put it, e.g., yeah, we're going to make that an acronym. For that explosive growth, it's webinars, right? In your TFT training under the domain setup from the Fast Start Guide, you have 2 options. My purple one is the Monday night call for the replays. We just swap out that video for you automatically, okay? You don't have to switch anything every single week. No, it's literally up and running Monday night by like what? Let's say 10 Eastern. So
yeah, usually about 2 hours after.
Yeah, so you can maximize a replay, boom, just like that. If you have a domain to the purple webinar, which is mine, that's the Monday night call, that's perfect. You don't have to do anything with it. If you want to also utilize the Thursday morning call, vice versa, both of them, depending on the lead you're talking with, it's okay and smart to have 2 domains. So Monday with Bert, Thursday with Bert. I mean, whatever your domain that you choose, you can have the person hit your funnel. You can talk to them in real time, all the good things, and you could send them Daniel's webinar, or you can send them my webinar. You can utilize both. You don't have to switch it and swap it and whatever. I mean, $12 per domain, that's pretty simple because $24 is going to get paid back to you really quick with us doing the heavy lifting for you on a webinar. Okay. I don't see any questions coming through. I hope that was clear and confident for you guys tonight. If it was and you'd like to collaborate, please go into the Facebook group right after this video. Find the pinned announcements, the featured announcements there at the top, and collaborate on our Teachable Tuesday thread with something that you learned. We'd love to hear from you. And we'll see you in the Facebook group here shortly if you want to do that. Catch the replay at teachabletuesdayreplays.com here within the next 30-40 minutes whenever it's available there. And we will see you guys in the Facebook group here shortly. Thank you for popping on tonight. Hope it was helpful for you guys. Bye now.
Later.